Does anyone remember how to set dark mode on Roll20?
Let me look. I can figure this out.
Because mine
I think
apparently
it's in
decided it was going.
settings.
I
Let's see.
feel like it's personalization and display. So
Oh, I see it. I didn't.
yeah, there you go.
I was being
There.
herpaderp blind.
Well, I looked at graphics too first because I'm like, okay, it's something you see. So
Yeah, I thought so, but it was graphics adjacent.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And now I am Ari. Okay. I'm good.
Ooh, this is
¿Otra persona más? ¿No? Ya terminamos. Ok.
Alrighty.
You okay, ladies? All right.
Yes, it was
Anyway.
Nithos. Thank you for letting me join.
Anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help, Jay.
no, it's fine. You actually did tell me the things that I was wondering about.
Cool. I'm glad I could help in some way.
I feel like I'm missing some context here.
Oh, it was stuff for
fantasy life stuff.
Fantasy life stuff. Yeah. Just
Silver War.
Yeah, one of my progress things is hard gated by story progression. So
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to level a little bit of everything in this game.
I
see, that's what I was doing, except Miner and Carpenter were going up like wildfire, and Alchemist was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I ended up explaining to him is like going, you know, Carpenter and Taylor and Cook were like the lowest of the group, but once like because we weren't in Ginomorphia, you and I, the only strange things we were getting were the ones we found in story. So we were really limited by the amount of strange things we had. So they leveled up they leveled up a lot. So I'm not struggling to like do the higher level stuff because, you know, Sophie's level 50 by now. You know, she was in her 30s, her 40s by the time I started really focusing on leveling alchemists.
And meanwhile, I'm swimming in strangelings. They're very off put by it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, time to go. Game faces.
Yes, because we are coming into this in the middle of a fight, and what a fight it is.
Mm-hmm.
So the situation has gone from a lot of your from your more social heisting to again, I just keep pulling out tracks from the Payday 2 soundtrack. As of the start of the situation, Smoothie is on the slag line that goes around the village. Clayton is there, and the Goblin and Bugbear have chosen to hide rather than follow the advice to throw themselves at the wire. I'm sorry, Clayton.
That's why they did that.
They are now know for a fact you are insane.
Well,
wrong.
That wasn't hard to figure out.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I take no offense at this.
I mean, I'm like going, now you know what we have to deal with, guys. Hope you enjoyed.
There are additional Clockwork Defenders. Potentially, they are looking towards and kind of barking at Smoothie. With a little bit of caution, Clayton may be able to slip onto the slag line, or he could change to a different route, though currently he cannot head directly back to Halfway Isle because he partially collapsed the bridge.
He sure did.
Yes, but the important thing is I killed 3 defenders and didn't die.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you are starting to decrement the number of defenders available for the who dropped on everybody else. Speaking of everybody else, when I conclude this part, it will be turn Ari. So you have 1 Clockwork Defender destroyed. It is trapped in the but still trapped in the turbine, which is still causing excess steam around the area. and one active Clockwork Defender that is still trying to bite Archivist. Ari and Ari Vaughn, your turn.
So I started blasting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
really, as much as I want to deal with the other one that's in the generator, words.
We'll deal with that in a second.
Yeah, we'll do that in a second. So,
Yeah, it's all quiet outside. All
Yep.
you're worried about is that,
yep,
which should probably tell you something's going horribly wrong.
yep, he's concerned.
I'm
He's-
going to say that you guys heard the bridge collapse from a long ways across town.
So really
do have-
concerned.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It might
We're
be
aware.
good for Clayton to use the Link Pearl to reassure you he's okay at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, first I have to be okay and able to breathe.
Yeah, that's the concern.
We probably should also be out of battle.
Yeah.
Well, that requires getting out of battle.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
So,
right
yeah.
now we can worry about Clayton, but we can also worry about the thing that's actively trying to fight us.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
job, Ari.
Nice.
Not
shot.
worried about Clayton at the moment. Clayton gets himself into trouble. There's no point worrying about him at this point.
Look, Clayton does Clayton things.
Exactly.
Clayton does what Clayton wants.
Hi, Rico. Anyway, there was I supposed to go again or?
I mean, you
Yeah.
can go again.
Okay.
You do have extra attack, if I recall.
I do. I was just making sure.
Mhm.
Nice. I see green.
Yes.
Green is good.
Yeehaw.
It collapses and it is done.
Woo!
Oh well, that was easy.
Ari only does one thing, but he does it.
He does it really well.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank goodness for Ari.
That's
alright,
my work,
so,
husband.
Let's
is indeed.
see. Anyone except Zephiel, give me a 1d20 as a luck check.
Yay! I don't need to be lucky.
Yeah.
Lovely. I'm on the ceiling. Do I have to be lucky?
Well, the
Right,
luck
Dad, you want to be
is.
lucky?
They just did it, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
your luck is holding up at the immediate moment. More are not immediately coming. That means that we are going to clear the turn order and exit initiative.
Cool.
So you guys are free to maneuver and start working towards your objective of getting control of the bridges.
Gee, it's almost like something has all the clockwork attention.
I wonder.
Or a bunch of it at least.
So, what do we want to do about the defender and the?
We should probably try pulling it free.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's already dead. Hopefully, it won't come back to life or anything.
I don't
Yeah.
think it will. I think it's pretty dead. We just need to get it out
do
of
we
there.
have to
We
take
can
it out?
pull a limb off of it to make sure it doesn't come back to life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there a
I-
reason we have to take it out?
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
for one,
it's the
it's
bridge
kind of-
mechanism, isn't it?
It's kind of It's kind of breaking one of the turbines, which is causing malfunctions,
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yeah, we gotta take it out.
which
Yeah.
might prevent you successfully running the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it like hadn't damaged anything, but I guess it did.
Mm.
That only
Yeah,
damaged
it is-
itself.
Despite Clayton's survival tactics, we do want to return a mostly intact city to the gnomes.
Yeah.
Clank,
Oh,
clank,
I don't
clank,
believe
clank.
that anymore. Not with you around.
Anyway, Archivist is just gonna try and pull pull it out without getting their fingers too near the moving bits of the gears.
I mean,
Okay.
Ari's gonna help.
All right.
Good.
So I need a athletics or sleight of hand check to get this out.
Damn it.
I've got good athletics.
I apparently do not.
That pull
It's
is
okay.
not
You could provide it.
not getting much.
You said
Athletics?
sleight of hand.
Yes,
Okay, I
Or
might be able to.
or athletics.
Or athletics,
or
yeah.
athletics.
Or you
Okay.
can try to help the person doing it.
Yeah.
It would have to be sleight of hand for
Oh,
me. Thanks.
there you go.
Okay, you figure it out. You figure it out quickly enough, Zephiel. As you approach,
Oh damn.
you realize what to pull
Hi,
and
baby girl. What do you want?
successfully topple it loose. As you do, there is multiple clanking noises, and the power station's noise clank clank. It is now working like, well, you think it's working like how it's supposed to. I don't think most of you know this kind of electrical tech, but it's
I
not
don't.
spitting out as much steam, so that's probably a good sign.
Probably a good sign, yeah.
You do know, you did see this control panel up here, so you can go. You could go investigate it.
I mean, this is kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
I wouldn't know the first thing about what to do with it, so that's all
The
you guys.
panel is inscribed with a full map of the town.
Nice.
And next to this map are a set of a series of switches. One's for each of the bridges, one's marked for each district, and one that's pseudo-centrally marked for the slag line. There's also one for the power station. Just shutting off the entire power station.
Hmm.
All of these are simple linear switches, so you can and you do know that the halfway aisle bridges, the one that you think may have went is partially exploded in, are not powered. It's the other ones that you can choose to connect or disconnect. You still have Smoldertown and Cavemouth as districts you have not yet been to, along with the Overlook, which is, you believe, Tickey's headquarters.
And Clayton
So,
will have input in a little bit, assuming he survives.
So, speaking of, let's go ahead and zoom over to Clayton at the moment and see what you can do to figure out your survival plan. So, the situation again, your two buddies are like, nope, 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 nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
Smoothie
made
is
their
on the slag, is floating around the slag line, taunting the defenders, but has not yet moved into attack. Defenders are barking at Smoothie, and the station to the slag line is about here. You can potentially board the slag line here. Keep in mind that it goes counterclockwise, so getting back to the group this way could take a little bit.
Yep. But it also serves purpose for Clayton.
So, what is your plan?
So
what are
the
you
clock
up to?
defenders are firmly paying attention to Smoothie, but cautious, you said.
Yes, a bad stealth roll might draw their attention, and right now there are no bridges that can get you out of Old Lockford.
Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately, Clayton planned. So Clayton is reaching into his backpack, fiddling around with stuff, pausing, looking ahead of himself, and he just does a gentle face palm, not making noise. He says, "Don't make it difficult." And instead of trying to distract the clockwork, he's just gonna mosey over here, climb onto the roof of the slagline station, and wait for a bucket to pop out so he can just hop down into it.
Okay, give me a stealth and an athletic in either order. Or acrobatics. I allow dexterity for climbing.
Yee.
Okay. And the other one. Okay. You slip around, find adequate footholds to get up without making much noise. As you peek over the other edge, the defenders are still attentive to Smoothie, and you are able to pop onto the slag line. The slag line, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal the next station. The slag line is currently moving at a controlled pace towards cave mouth. So I'm just going to drag you one chunk over.
That's fine.
And
And Clayton now has two things he's going to do before we can quite easily shift the camera over.
okay,
And both of them are quite easy.
okay,
Clayton is going to peek over the edge of the bucket, look over at Smoothie, and say, "Hey, good job, buddy. If you can you just poof back over to Archivist?"
okay. At this point, the defenders turn towards you, but it shines spotlights aiming at your eyes, and can't do anything else because you're
Yeah.
already moving away.
Clayton's just
they're
going to
not
wave,
dumb.
wave at the defenders.
They are not programmed to attempt to get in the slag line.
Mm,
So that was the first thing. And the second thing is, once he's called out to Smoothie, he doesn't know if Smoothie can teleport on his own or if that's something Archie has to do. He's just going
mm.
to tap his link pearl and say, "Okay, I'm alive. Please tell me all of you are."
Yeah, we are.
Is very tempted to go.
Roger,
No,
roger.
don't worry about it.
Mm,
Well, I'm glad to hear that everyone's still here. All right. Hopefully things have worked out okay in the power station. Is there a control panel over there?
Sure is.
Great. See if you can lower all the bridges.
You got it.
roger,
It's
roger.
pretty easy. You do not need a roll to figure out which switches are for the bridges. This is not a obfuscated panel.
That's very good. I'm glad.
Yep. And
We love to hear it.
while Ari's doing that, Clayton's just going to say, "Okay, so I kind of had to take out a bridge, but I did take out several defenders. So they'll be following me to the next station, I'm pretty sure. There's also some observers that I'm going to try and get the attention to and see if I can't get their attention to call the rest of the clockwork my way." He's going to continue. "This, hopefully, will leave you guys unimpeded to go wherever the hell you want. Do we have any progress on finding out how to trigger the failsafe?"
No.
No.
Yep.
We've kind of been busy fighting things.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. We're not expecting this to be easy. I'm going to be riding the rails for however long this takes. I'm not expecting it to be fast.
Oh boy.
So I would recommend not going to the center of the island unless you're looking for a fight. Maybe go south.
Sure.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah. Worrying
Mm,
about him at this point is just pointless.
Yeah, there's nothing
mm.
to do. So yeah, Clayton's going to say, "Oh, and give Smoothie, or we haven't have we officially named him Smoothie, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, give Smoothie some treats. He did a hell of a job."
Smoothie
Oh yeah.
treat. The smoothie
Mhm.
gets treats of smoothies.
Maybe.
I would say yes. That'd be
Smoothie
fantastic.
cannot directly teleport back. I don't believe that
Yeah.
there's an ability for
No.
that, but and summon is limited per day. But
Yeah.
if you allow Smoothie to take Clayton's cue, Smoothie will start floating back, and you can
Yeah.
signal towards the power station.
Yeah. Smoothie will do that.
Okay. So I'm just
Archivist
gonna
can't
move.
give Smoothie commands at this distance, but Smoothie thinks it's a good idea.
Yep. All right.
Okay, and Clayton's final thing is, like I said, I'm going to try and get their attention. So I'll try not to die. Good luck.
Speaking
Please don't.
of,
At this point, I just expect him to.
at this point, we reveal some of Cave Mouth.
As long as I
yeah.
expect him to, he probably won't. Just to be spiteful. So
All right.
That's a good way of thinking.
Okay, so cave mouth, you have is revealed a little bit. Okay, this district is kind of gloomy. There is a lot of mining equipment dropped on these stalagmite-lined streets and etc. The problem or opportunity, if Clayton is creative, is that there are clockwork defenders already here, and
That's
they
true.
are staring directly at Clayton as the
They-
slag line approaches. When your bucket hits the station, they will be in position to. They will have an opportunity to attack if you give it to them.
Oh, like I'm gonna do that.
You do know that the
Sorry.
you do know that the Miners Guild Hall is here, and there are there is a warehouse in this area that you could potentially investigate. Um,
Assuming I want to take on all of the clockwork by my lonesome.
yeah, or try to. You've heard that there are other creatures here, and you suspect that that this may be a you might be able to use that, or if you can just get past them, that will work.
An
That
opportunity. The word we're looking for is an opportunity that Clayton is planning to exploit.
okay.
As he gets within sight of the station, Clayton's just going to pull a grappling hook out of his adventurer's pack, which is standard stuff, right? Just for throwing a rope to fix onto things.
Good question.
I'm like 90% sure it is because it's basic adventuring material.
It is under basic adventuring gear. A lot if it's not listed under the adventurers.
As a ruin explorer, it's one of those things Clayton would normally have, but yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going to say that it doesn't appear to be part of a standard kit, but you can't. But it is 2 gold, and you would definitely have been aware to get it.
Oh yeah,
So-
he would probably have bought
So-
several because they have a habit of disappearing when you need them. So yeah, he's just going to fix a rope to a grappling hook, aim for a good grip on the roof, and throw it up there so he can get up without getting attacked.
Okay. Give me. Let's see. I am going to allow you proficiency. So roll me. We're going to use acrobatics as a substitute because you appear to have proficiency in acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll use acrobatics as a substitute to get that property thrown, locked into place, and get yourself up there.
Fortunately, it's not going to happen, but this is one thing we're used to. Nothing says I can't try again. Unless I
Okay.
really get in there.
You have. I'm going to say you have one more chance before you better change tactic. Roll it. Clink. You've got it.
Yep.
You clamber up quickly. The defenders are spotlighting in your direction, which provokes a observer to float up from the south. Nope. No. Let's see. Move it into the token layer so you can actually impact it. And you are up top. But meanwhile, back
Yep.
to the crew here. Back to the crew in the station. Okay. Clay, Ari, are you going ahead and starting to lower the bridges?
Yep.
Plank. Hold on, checking something. Congrats to whoever just got an achievement. Uh, okay. All right. The bridges are down, and you have control, and you currently appear to have an opportunity to slip out. At this point, I am going to go ahead and reveal the remainder of the map of Lockford, just to make things a little positional easier as you start to plot ahead. Because with that map and the other details, you're going to be relatively free to go around. What you don't know, of course, is where things are. But you can guess one detail. You suspect that if Tixie were at the security center, I'll focus ping. You suspect that if Tixie were here, she would immediately start using the security center's controls to block the bridges off again. So she's probably not there at the moment. So that is a potential opportunity for you.
Good to know.
The problem is that the problem is basically at this point, which way are you guys going? I'm going to drag Archivist Token up to the power station as a marker of your group's location. I'm presuming you're going to stick together.
Yes.
You've basically completed Turbine Heights, so basically your options are towards the security center or into Smolder Town.
Bearing in mind that if Clayton's going to arrive, he's probably going to arrive in Smolder Town.
Yeah.
Unless he gets a brilliant idea, in which case everyone should be afraid.
Always.
As we tend to be, yeah.
I mean, if she's not there, we should probably take advantage of that while we still can.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever has the highest, one of you roll a stealth check.
Oh, that would not be me.
Not me.
I think that's Gem.
Yeah, it'd be me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I gotta find the stupid thing. Okay. Here's hoping for the best.
Advantage window.
This is the moment when I realized I forgot something.
By the
Not very
way,
good.
does Jem still have my bardic inspiration?
Oh, I think she does actually.
That said,
Does-
that is good enough for the moment for you to
Oh, okay.
start proceeding.
Okay, cool. I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Mitney might have higher stealth than Gem, which is very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
but does Mitney have proficiency?
Yes.
Oh dear.
That's okay. She can
Okay.
do it. I don't have to do it.
Next time Mitney will.
So
Okay, hold on.
Maybe.
So you there are more defenders and observers around, but right now fewer of them are. There is one observing. Let's see, change layer. There is one observing the bridge to the overlook, and another has automatically moved toward the bridge to Smolder Town. So you can spot both of these. You can attempt to. You could attempt to break them or attempt to sneak past. Breaking one will definitely be a cue for Tixie. You're pretty confident at this point, but that might be, that might be acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of your call to make.
Hmm. There is also the. Hmm. We do also have the option of breaking one in the direction we're not going.
That is true.
Would be a distraction.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, but then that's still us being separated again.
No. If
If you use
we
range
have
attack, you can just
Smoothie
go.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is Smoothie. Smoothie can do
Uh-huh.
things.
Smoothie can do things.
Not
it's
only can
true.
Smoothie
Uh-huh.
do things, Smoothie is currently the one most haunting Dixie.
Uh-huh.
Smoothie not only can Smoothie do things, Smoothie has been doing things.
Uh-huh.
True.
I like that
Smoothie
idea.
is getting
Causing a
so
distraction
many
with
treats.
smoothie.
Always.
If Tixie survives this, she's going to be having smoothie-shaped nightmares.
Uh-huh.
I'm willing to live with that.
Uh-huh.
As
I'm okay with
am
this.
I.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I agree with the idea of letting Smoothie cause the distraction, and then I guess us going in the
Mhm.
direction we need to go in.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. I agree.
we will.
Especially
move-
since Tixie has seen
Okay.
Smoothie and theoretically would be probably pretty scared.
Okay, so which way are you sending Smoothie?
Um, that we do need to decide.
If you're going to the central island, you'll probably want to do that one.
Yeah.
Okay, roll the attack. As your,
Right.
as your spectral demonic buddy gets to go to town.
All right. The normal rend.
Oh, wait. No, that hits. That hits.
Mm.
Ha 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 ha.
Roll the
Right.
damage.
Mm, 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 4.
Delicious.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
that is KO.
Uh-huh.
The remaining
Yeah.
number of the Guardians is shrinking. Now, before we advance towards your progression, Playdem, you are on the roof. There are defenders that know you're there but can't really get up, and there is an observer trying to keep track of you.
Well,
Which
Clayton's
you,
plan is very easy. He's just going to wave down at the little defenders, open his backpack, and he's going to pull out a field meal kit. Some meat, some cheese, some bread. And he's just going to, once he's got that out, he's going to cup his hand around his mouth and he's going to yell, "Hey, anyone hungry out there? Dinner time!" And
Oh
he's
my
just
god.
Mm,
lob
I
the
don't-
food into the street as far as he can in this direction.
I mean, that's the thing you can do, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
His whole point is trying to get attention for things.
Well,
That's right. They
bright
did
light,
say creatures.
bright light seeps through cracks at the warehouse your stuff lands by.
I'm just gonna blink. But I'm glad I'm not there.
And let's see.
I'll just say, whether or not it works, Clayton is not sticking around this area.
Yeah, well, okay, I am going to. Okay,
Incredible.
well, you think you hear something from the warehouse? Um,
Gonna mute
there
real quick
is.
because I'm gonna take some meds.
Hmm.
Hey, you hear several somethings from that warehouse, and then let's see, and then
Oh, I do not like that.
Oh no.
now keep in mind they don't look like treasure boxes. They look like dead armored gnomes slurping unnaturally along the ground towards the food.
That's worse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That works for me, as long as they ain't paying attention to me.
Oh my god.
Please say that. Yeah, so long as the defenders turn around.
But they turn around all right. And the problem is that's not everything. There's
There's
another thing,
more?
Crumbs. Oh yes, you triggered the mayhem chamber.
Yay! Oh no.
As what looks like a moving puddle of oil is going after them.
Oh my god.
Looks
Oh boy.
look. You don't know if "look" is the word,
Godspeed,
but
Clayton.
it's poking around, and there is a ball of violence. You also hear from inside the warehouse a voice of an inventor. Oi! What's going on out there? Oh god, they're moving.
Oh, rusted pepperonis, Clayton.
Oh boy. Ball of violence, you say?
It is indeed a ball of violence. You again, you have two mimics, a gray ooze that thankfully has missed you for the moment, which is good because it has ranged options. Oh.
Okay. Before I make my decision, is that this building here or this building here that the voice comes from?
The building kind of underneath the ball. They're in front of the door.
That is not what I wanted to hear. Well,
The
Clayton's
good
just
news, as much
Yeah.
as there is any, is if you jump south or north, in spite of their locations on the map, limitation of, the fact that it's by necessity a big ball of violence, I kind of keep them visually separated for the moment, you have a pretty easy stealth check to dash, especially as long as you don't luck into more things running into the chaos.
Well, unfortunately, I was not planning on there to be a survivor in there.
Yes. Getting in there is going to be a little harder.
Well, Clayton is going to forego stealth to try and ensure that the survivor survives. He is going to cup his hands around his mouth and he's going to yell, There appears to be a fight. You might want to stay hidden. I can't help you from here. I'm one man. Good luck. Don't come out until things quiet down.
Oh, good. The mimics are good. Thank heavens. Now I can do something.
Mm.
And
Oh,
that is
good.
when you hear clanking noises.
Oh boy.
Camera switch.
Oh dear.
Lovely.
Yay!
And I imagine that they're hearing half of this through the link pearl.
Yeah. I don't know what he's yelling about, but it doesn't sound like. It doesn't sound great, but it doesn't sound deadly yet.
I don't know.
Jamisha's like going, I wish I could mute him right now because otherwise I'm going to kill him.
Mm.
The point of this is to keep him alive, isn't it?
I'm having second thoughts.
Yeah, you know.
If we
Po-
need him
fair.
alive, we need his body at least retrievable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, in my defense, I was not expecting mimics and a gray ooze in Gnome Town.
Yeah.
I was expecting like Grix or something.
Well, nobody expects the mimicquisition.
The
Mhm.
mimic
I
quizzition.
guess.
Ah.
That wasn't my
Alright,
best work.
No, it's okay.
Good one, though.
I don't know. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right. I suppose since Smoothie took out the defender, you're in the one direction, and as a distraction, we were wanting to go stealth to the central island. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we have midnight roll stealth this time?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. We should have midnight roll stealth this time. You will hear no complaints from me.
okay. And which way are you going?
Oh, that's a good roll. We love that.
Center
Oh,
Island, I
yeah.
think. Or are we going? Yeah, because we're acting like Smoothies killing the things in the direction we want to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me rotate. Okay. So as you approach Central Feature Little Lockbird, you see a gigantic hollowed out stalactite with luminous clock faces built into it. They still keep the time accurately. They are
Creepy.
when you get into the central built area, you see rough-hewn chambers, which appear to contain things like fungal gardens and big open windows overlooking the town. Oddly, the security center also appears to be kind of the nice artsy part of town. In the center, in the heart of the overlook, there is in this large rough-hewn cavern, there's a floor that rises towards the middle. There are a bunch of lizards just all over the place. They seem on edge, but they're not jumping at you or anything. And a lot of them are just kind of on the wall. Some are sleeping. They're not currently a problem.
Mitney would like to identify the lizards.
Mm-hmm.
They are. I'm not even gonna make you check. They are ordinary lizards. Like they can climb. Like they're climbing They're climbing the ceilings, the walls. They're flopping.
Their names are
Doing
Tom and
that little
Fred.
tongue licky thing.
Yeah, their names are Tom and Fred.
Lynn. It's just kind of like it's geckos with Yoshi sounds.
Yoshi.
Nah.
Does anyone want to trade 2 mimics and a gray ooze for sedate, slightly on edge lizards?
No.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I will take the lizards every time.
You made this bed, you get to lie in the goop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Technically, the
see.
defenders are lying in the goop.
The giant lizards, you do notice one thing, and that is that they have some of them are partially equipped to be usable as pack animals. 6 giant lizards to wit. You might be able to approach them and get them to help you out somehow. Alternatively, you could be dealing with the. You could focus
Whitney
on.
wants to see if there's anything in the pack animals that's like helpful. Did someone leave a letter? Did
Their
someone leave a
packs.
note?
They don't appear to have packs on them at the moment.
Okay, they're
parts
just trained.
for them. Now hold on. Please note that the perched atop the rock, the center mound, there's a squat stone building topped with a dramatic crystal dome. Multicolored light gleams from within.
I don't like the light, but I like the lizards.
So, your choice what to do. If you investigate the center, you have a.
I will note that already there's apparently mimics and an ooze, so I'm not sure what the hell's in the center. Aside from lizards, who are actually kind of chill about it, so there may not be anything
Yep.
really
That's
threatening.
true. The lizards do appear to be chill about it, so it's unlikely that there's a problem, capital P, but we don't know.
Whatever it is, the lizards are used to it.
Mm,
So, your decision. You can try to approach, which would be an animal approach lizards. The big, which would be an animal handling check, or you can investigate, dive in and investigate the inside of the center. Which route shalt thou take? Can people hear me?
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
It's
just
just a tough decision, I'm pretty
We're
sure.
considering.
I'm being a good healer and just following and not making noise.
mm,
The first person who makes a choice is probably going to be the one who gets chosen. So, someone
Mhm.
speak up.
what if we convince the lizard to go up? Oh, that is a big hole. Oops.
mm.
Let me just casually. Um,
Get goes with Yoshi sounds.
Yep. It's adorable, isn't it?
It's very adorable. Would take too long to show the video, but at least it could be heard over the stream.
Do not
Mhm.
eat the babies.
Mm.
I'm considering sending them into danger to help. Mitne is considering, well, if they're pack animals, we could see if they have any sneaky paths around. That would, well, sneaky way to go, like, distract things in Clayton's district. Or see what happens if we can convince a lizard to go climb up the shiny thing.
Mm.
The shiny
But it's
tower
also,
in the center.
yeah, shiny tower. I don't trust the shiny tower.
Right, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You might be able to animal handle it into doing that.
Is it animal handling the way to convince lizard to let you go over the tower?
Probably.
I mean, I'd say that's as good as bet as any.
Yeah.
I'm purposely not saying anything more because unless someone fills Clayton in, he's got more important things to worry about.
Yep.
We found lizards get set on Wing Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust my animal handling.
I mean, bit days ain't that great so far.
Hmm. Well,
I'll try.
I'm willing to try just to try, but I don't
It
trust
sense
it.
that she is also considering that they could be
I
a
will
snake.
support, I guess.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, you
The
don't need me.
lizards don't seem to react well to Midnay or Jamisha, but Zephiel and Ari can approach them.
Yay! Lizard
yeah.
friends.
Okay, here, in fact, I'll drag 2 in from the DM layer. There are more around, but these two are the ones that you've got a potential handle on. You can potentially mount them. They effectively have spider climb, so they can do walls and ceiling stuff. If you get some barding together, you could literally be walking on the ceilings.
Oh.
Cool. I do that already.
Well, now you'll have company.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
And
At least
can
for
I
the time
remind
on
being.
the ceiling.
Great.
With that said, I'm gonna pivot the camera back over to Clayton.
There's actually not much going on. Clayton is kind of inching towards the edge of the roof while watching the big ball of violence and whatever is clanking.
Okay, that is when. Does he not have? Is there no token for? There better be a token for this. Why is there no token? My goodness. All right, hold on.
We'll just do a generic token, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm all right. Apologies. Give me a quick minute.
Mhm.
I'm amused that I wasn't trying to be difficult, and apparently I've caused the biggest clusterfuck yet.
Mm.
That tracks for
This is
you though.
I mean, you swore you wouldn't be, but
And yet here we are.
another thing. The door opens to the warehouse, revealing a large iron barrel
Oh, I see
that
it.
has crab claws and eye like stalk like things, legs, and generally looks looks pretty large
unpleasant, I
and
assume.
active.
Hmm.
Oh.
Um, a crab claw waves in the approximate direction of Clayton. Ah, they're fighting. Good. Now I can finally get moving. If you can get over here, I can give you a ride.
Clayton's just going to call back. I appreciate the offer. If you could get to the town entrance, we've cleared the way, but we still have to deal with the whole clockwork situation. I've got a plan. Your call, buddy.
All right. The all right. Freaking Talkworth. Okay, let me warn you a couple bit. Talkworth uses animated armor for assembly in her workshop or in Smolderton. I think there's a safe on the upper floor of the workshop. Don't know what's in it. And the front door is blocked by a shield guardian. Don't know if you can get in there past it. It can't fit through the door.
Handy info. Thank you. Anything you can tell me about Tixie?
He's batshit insane, and we should have kicked her out of town years ago.
Great.
Helpful.
Talks about poots all the time. I think it's an imaginary friend or some crap.
Oh.
Well, we're working to get her out of town. Get to safety and pass on that I apologize about the bridge. I kind of had Ford Clockwork chasing me that I had to deal with.
Oh, okay. And the apparatus of the crab just starts going by and starts clambering on up. Meanwhile, Clayton, you're still being stared at by a clockwork observer, as everything else is a big ball of violence that, with more defenders joining the chaos.
Oh boy!
You don't know who's going to win, but frankly, either way,
I don't want to
do
be
not
here.
lose. Either way, you don't want to be here, and as long as the fight continues, you don't lose.
Yeah.
This is yeah.
Yeah, Clayton is just going to walk back over to the edge of the roof and wait for a bucket to drop down into.
Okay.
And he's just going to wave at the observer and say, "Oh, it's nice to finally have a moment with something that isn't trying to kill me. Are you there, Tixie?"
It screeches.
I don't know if it can do much else. Clayton's just going to say, "Look, in spite of what all is going on, I'm actually here because I've heard a lot about you and I'm impressed. I need to ask for some help." And
There is no further response, but you know for a fact that there's probably going to be more defenders at the next station, which isn't that far away.
Oh, absolutely. Clayton's preparing his grappling hook again, and he's just going to do the same thing. He's just talking to it, trying to tell Tixie that he wants to talk to her, and that's it.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk. I just want to kill her. I just want to talk.
As far as I'm concerned, we can go back to the center island because he is not doing anything except talking and trying to be diplomatic.
You're not sure that's going to work at this point.
I don't know, but it's the only other thing I can do is fire into the clusterfuck.
Or shoot down the observer.
Well, Clayton wants everything looking at him and not at everything else, so.
Okay.
Yeah, he is choosing to leave it alive.
Okay, back at the security center, in Center District. Do you guys choose to have them approach the building, or do you choose to just keep moving, or?
Y'all did want to explore the sparkly lights.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, shiny.
Okay. The let's see. The security center, where is it? On gallery view.
I'm really glad I didn't have a chance to tell the bugbear and the goblin to run across the bridge when it came down.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to just drag the full master tokens over to the security center. Smoothie has taken the opportunity to catch up with you.
Yay, Smoothie!
So this rough-hewn cavern in the heart of the Overlook has a floor that rises towards the middle. There's the scores around them. When you enter the building, beneath a 15-foot-high crystal dome is a chamber containing a 10-foot square, three-dimensional projection of the entire town. Rising to the floor near the projection is a metal console with a bunch of switches on it. There is also something very interesting. There is what appears to be, you know what? I'm not sure any of you know what that is offhand, so give me intelligence check. Ari, you get your proficiency bonus.
Woo.
Just a flat int? Okay.
If I sneeze first.
Is it hate?
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Mitney has no fucking clue. Mitney's clearly still thinking about lizards.
Zeph might know.
We're just rolling an intelligence check.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
Really?
Uh,
Really?
Check, not safe. But you do get your
Oh.
proficiency bonus.
I'm just as dumb.
Maybe you should join Mitney and think about lizards.
Ari,
Like,
Yes.
you're the one
both
who
of us just
figures-
chilling.
Archivist is clearly also thinking about the lizards.
We're all
Okay,
just like when Man,
Three
those
of us
lizards,
rolled a
bro.
two.
You've distracted them with lizards.
we have distracted them
Okay.
with lizards.
Ari is the one who realizes that this is something you absolutely do not want to tell Clayton about ever. Based on the setup, that appears to be an experimental jetpack.
Oh,
Do not tell
no.
Clayton.
Size 4-0.
He will die.
Immediately turns around to everyone and is just arms crossed. We do not tell Clayton about this.
Oh,
He
you
never
don't have to.
finds
You don't
out.
have to tell me twice.
I'm just gonna be like, about what? Because
Hold on.
both me and Meat are like, about what?
Hmm?
Clayton
Exactly.
immediately-
Exactly.
Tell me
Finger
about
guns.
Tell me about what? Let's
Shut-
roll
you're
both
Come
ways.
for this shit, honey.
Shut up, Clayton. You're still trying to deal with those ooze.
Lizards. All I have to say is lizards. We're not telling you about lizards.
Yep.
Lizards? Okay.
Okay,
Lizards.
so you suspect that Tixie's plan was to use that jetpack as a last-ditch defense thing. Congratulations, you've sequence broken the adventure again.
Okay, well, we can take
Fantastic.
that. We can take it for ourselves so that Tixie doesn't have access to it. But also,
Clayton does.
we don't give it to Clayton.
Oh,
Mhm.
Clayton knows nothing.
Well, if it's with
Clayton
us, then
never
Clayton could
finds out.
potentially find out. So
No,
either
I am tossing it over the edge of an island.
Yeah.
Okay, but we need to make
What
sure
if we
that
toss it into a defender?
we
And show
would have to
Clayton
find a way to
exactly why we're
destroy
never
it.
giving it to him.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know how to destroy it? Toss it over an island and into the fucking volcano.
Mm-hmm.
That is the fastest, easiest way to destroy that thing.
Okay, but like,
Sugar, you
okay,
must destroy it.
here I have something to bring up just in case it is something to think about. These gnomes live here. What if it is lava proof?
I doubt it.
It doesn't really look like it would be. I mean,
Is there any way of telling that for sure, Ink?
I will say, you can roll. Let's see. I don't even know what to roll for this. If any of you have the alchemist's set proficiency, you can try that.
Let me
Otherwise, it's an
see.
intelligence, fresh intelligence.
Alchemist set. I don't think I have alchemist set, but I will try intelligence. I will attempt it. Yeah, I'm not telling that.
Clearly, it's made for lizards.
Oh, yay, Ari.
Ari, you're pretty sure that yes, dropping it in the volcano will slag it and possibly cause an explosion, but not big enough of one to be a problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
see, the way I look at it is, if you're coming at this from a technical standpoint, wanting to make it fire resistant or lava resistant would be good, but you're gonna sacrifice weight, and you need this thing to not be heavy.
Well, I mean, it was worth thinking about.
It was worth thinking about, but that is my reasoning, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Okay, trusting you on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeet.
Yeet.
If
Who
you
gets
choose
the
to
honors of
yeet,
eating it?
Mm,
I say we should let Ari do it.
Yeet.
I can't believe you all hate fun.
Mm,
Well, we also hate the idea
Wait.
of Tixie getting away.
Hold
Like
on.
the idea of you dying.
mhm. We really
Okay,
hate
hold
the
on, I
idea.
have to check something.
of
Clayton!
You know how, if Clayton dies due to a jetpack accident, do you know how expensive getting him revived from that would be?
We don't
So
exactly
That
have
wouldn't
withers.
be a revivify. That would full out be we'd have to find
That would be
And
a
a
true
high enough
resurrection.
level cleric
Yep.
But anyway,
to actually revive her. Anyway.
So,
Clayton is pretty sure he missed something beautiful.
Clayton, give me
We're
a
not saying
perception
anything.
check.
It's gone now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, my ley lines.
On the Malaylands.
Unlimited.
Clayton, you see a object get yeeted through the overlook, fall into the lava, and explode quite impressively.
Mm,
Unless someone says the wrong thing later, you don't know what it is, but you know it was a big boom. It was probably inside the security center, which probably means it was something of Tixie.
Clayton's just gonna pinch the bridge of his nose. He's just gonna say to the Winged Pearl, I know that I would have enjoyed that. I'm just gonna assume it was something nice and explosive, and you did a good thing, Ari. I know it was you.
It was him because I encouraged him to do it.
Squeeze the fuck out of me for trying to keep us safe. Trying to
You
keep
weren't
you
trying to
safe.
keep us safe. You were trying to keep it away from me.
That
No, I'm
They
gonna
falls
butt in.
into
I'm
the
gonna
same
interrupt him. They're going, I don't know what you're talking about.
Both things can be true.
that falls into the
I'm
same
like,
category. It
They're
was
going, I don't know
under
what
the
you're
same
talking about. We
category.
didn't see anything.
Also,
there
yeah,
are
way to
wizards
immediately
here.
Nothing.
They look delicious.
way to immediately accuse me of something that I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are you denying it?
I'm
We
denying
saw
it.
nothing. We saw nothing.
I'm
I don't
denying
know what
know
you're
it.
what
talking about, man.
Mm-mm. No idea.
Roll deception.
Fuck you.
Who?
Mm,
Who?
Anyone.
Fuck you.
I am going
Good
to
job,
say
Jim.
that I am going to say that Clayton, you know that they were hiding something, but you have no clue what yet. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to work that out later.
That was just a
Yeah.
whole bit. No worries.
Good luck. We're not telling you anything.
Speaking of Clayton, the observer is going along, following you on the slag line, shrieking. Another pair of the defenders. How many of these things does she have? Sheesh. Are
Well, we've killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I'm
7,
also going
8.
to just banish the big ball of violence and
Yeah, we ain't going anywhere near that. The gnomes
Oh
can deal with
no,
that.
big ball of violence. Anyway, let's not worry about it.
Goodness gracious, great balls of violence.
yep.
Whoever wins that one, we don't want to be around when it resolves.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So there's two more defenders here. You hope that the same tactic's not gonna work again.
Well, at this point, I kind of don't want to try the food thing. He's just gonna do the grappling thing, and then he'll just immediately hop into a bucket, assuming he doesn't fail the grapple thing.
Okay, acrobatic. Standing in for grappling hook skill.
Good luck. You don't have any bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna say that lands it. You successfully get up. The observer is still shrieking. And you successfully advance towards the next district.
Oh wait, one thing before I hop back into the bucket is the observer close enough to reach out and pet?
No,
Damn.
Please
Darn,
don't.
because
Please
close
don't
enough to-
pat it.
close enough to pet is close enough to cut with a knife. It does not want to be cut with a knife.
I just want to make friends.
It's
Oh,
not
hop into a
friendship.
bucket. Hop into a bucket. That's all Clayton's doing. He is not
Alright.
tangling with this shit.
Okay, back to the security center. The panel in the center has most of the same switches as the one in the power center, except one. The power shutdown switch, station shutdown switch, is not here. So you can choose to try and work with it if you wish, or start advancing. Based on what you've figured out, it is likely that if you head towards Smolder Town, you have a good chance of running into catching up with Clayton.
Yeah, if what we needed isn't here, then we just keep moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, the fact that we have killed 10 or 11 defenders, I counted 8 near the start and in the big ball of violence and at that workstation. So if she's got more, this is a hell of an adventure.
Mm,
Hey, yeah. Suffice it to say, things turning hot as early as they did is very much a chaos ensues.
mm.
This one's kind of intended to break with some of the more social patterns of the last few. Okay, so you guys have, hold on, checking something. Okay, there. All right. So there are a couple more defenders, observers floating around. This time there's 2 of them, so self-checking past them is gonna be rather difficult. Um,
Hide in the shadows of the lizards.
Wait, what if, okay, this is a stupid idea, but what if we made the lizards go on the underside of the bridge?
that
Well,
might.
we could do that.
All right.
Yeah.
We just have to hold
Okay.
on for dear life.
I mean, I could also, in order for there, so everyone has space, I could just, walk under the bridge myself,
You
Yeah.
and then
can.
If you
everybody else
got
can
a-
ride.
If you got a couple giant lizards and succeeded at holding on, or better yet, strapping yourself to the lizard, you could
Mhm.
cross
Mhm.
that way. And that would probably be high odds of, but there is one catch, and that's that the lizards would have to come out, at which point the observers might spot them before they even get underneath.
Faster they move.
Looking that up. Their movement speed is 40.
Bad.
So they're faster than you guys. So you could just
Except
have them.
Mitney.
True. You could just have them start dashing towards Smolder Town and try to draw attention that way. But you don't know how smart these things are. They might react to that by trying to move directly towards you, at which point, you may have to deploy Smoothie.
I mean, a smoothie's able to take them out pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God, we're gonna continue to traumatize poor Tixie.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
say
of
poor
course.
Tixie when it's looking
You
like
know what? I think
we're
that's a
gonna
great
kill.
idea. Take out Smoothie so that way Smoothie can distract while we get under the thing with the lizards. Well,
Uh-huh.
you guys get under the thing with the lizards. I'll just
Mhm.
walk.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't. Yeah,
I-
Archivist
Okay,
hasn't.
I am going to just
dismissed
give you
raiding.
advice. If you screw up with the lizard thing, you fall 150, or I'm sorry, 170 feet into a volcano.
I
Are
mean,
you sure?
I mean, we're gonna strap ourselves in. At least that's the plan.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, but at that point, the
The
level of
DM
are
is
you,
asking, "Are you sure?"
I am.
I'm not saying don't. I'm saying that's a warning sign.
Yeah.
I
How
don't.
many times do you hear me asking that?
That's true. Look, I said it. I legitimately said it was a cockamamie idea.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
You were the one. You DM were the one who entertained it for before saying, "Are you sure?" So, in
True.
my defense, I thought we were copacetic here.
I did think we were actually having a fairly decent idea there for a second.
And it's not a bad idea. Just if you roll a 1, you're gonna die.
Well,
You're all one,
Very
you're gonna
good.
die and be very hard to retrieve.
well, the thing is that, but would it, if you roll a run, would you though? Because if you're strapped in, the first one would maybe you'd have a chance of the rope loosening, and then you roll a second one, and then you die.
That's still it doesn't necessarily mean a nat one. It's not as like that's use rope checks. And if you haven't noticed, use rope isn't in 5th edition.
Mm.
You can do it. There's risk.
Well,
risk is
here's the question:
And actually, Gem is.
what would we have to roll? Acrobatics?
Leia just walked by shaking her head.
I would. It would probably be tool check, and given the nature of the lizards, and the fact that most of you probably don't know how to use lizards pack mounts, probably a very difficult one. Like, I get this
It's too
idea.
risky. We can't afford to risk losing all of our party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially not when.
Jen can still walk on the underside of the bridge.
Jem would survive. Most of us would die.
Maybe.
Especially not when Smoothie is hungry for her clockwork observer guts.
Yes. Regardless.
Okay, I'm going to turn this into a flat warning for the sake of keeping things moving. That is the chance of that succeeding is so low compared to the chance of just stealthy across the bridge the direct way, even at the disadvantage you would be at, that it is extremely not worth it.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just going to go DM. I'm just going to go hard DM voice here on this for the sake of keeping the game moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Fine. No lizard shenanigans.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say for the record, Clayton would do it.
Oh no, Clayton would not. This is a plan that defies Clayton. Way to go, Ari.
All right. Good job, Ari. I'm proud of you.
Oh.
We found something clear.
I'm not sure if that's something you should be proud of.
I'm sure Clayton would be proud of him.
One time I opened my big damn mouth. Anyway, whatever.
You're fine. You're fine. It was a reasonable suggestion.
Your approval fills me with disgust. I've seen what makes you cheer.
So you're going with the Smoothie knocks out another observer, and you guys try to stealth while they're distracted.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Smoothie roll it.
I haven't laughed this hard in a session in ages.
Damn.
Okay, roll the damage.
I'm so glad we could entertain you.
Look, this went so far off the rails that even I'm surprised.
Oh, that's another one dead.
Uh-huh.
Smoothie's having a great
Another one. Another one bites the dust.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. You are no longer at disadvantage.
All of us?
One of you,
general.
one representing the group.
And for what is the check?
Stealth.
Okay, not me then.
It would have to be Meatne.
Mitney or Gem, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Meatne's got better stealth than I do.
Hit it.
Yeah, see?
Okay, that
Look at
gets
that
you
beautiful number.
across where you see. Hold on. I have to assemble them.
That's okay. I'm watching the die really, really slowly roll to a stop.
Mm.
Well, you see several clockwork defenders crowded around the station, where the slag line is, where Clayton is approaching.
We should send Smoothie after them as well.
And the remaining clockwork observers are spinning and giving you exactly how far, a pretty good estimate of exactly how far Clayton is from a lot of chomping.
Don't worry about it, guys. I've been avoiding them easily.
Okay, now here's the other key detail here. This station is one that, rather than being kind of an exposed station, it's like a roof and such, is actually connects into the soot-stained foundry. As you go into this area, the acrid stench of hot metal is hanging over the district. The buildings are undecorated and caked in grime and soot. There are a few more dead gnomes lying in the grit, and the but yeah, the foundry is overlooking the lake with huge sliding doors that are open, revealing dark furnaces and silent machinery. Unrefined ore is normally delivered to the foundry this way, apparently. And again, there are clockwork defenders. You can actually see a couple of them inside the building. They are all crowded around where Clayton's about to be.
They just wanted to nice chop of Clayton. Clayton's gonna hate to have to deprive them of it and put on a show about it. I
think we
must
should
say, Clayton distracts the clockwork has been working out pretty well for you.
So, so the group, besides Clayton, you could choose to try and turn this into an opportunity to take out a few more, or you can try to just slip past, because you're willing to bet that even with the amount Tixie's deployed, that you've got potential opportunity to slip further. And you
That isn't all
do
the clockwork
know
in this adventure. I will eat my pants.
there you do see a building marked the Mother Lode. A bit divey, but home to the best whiskey in town. Such a waste. And you know that the fail-safe is down here at what is at Tixie's workshop. So that is, and those locations you're pretty sure are accurate. So you can try for the tavern, or you can try for the workshop, and basically it will be self-check to get moving, to get over there.
Oh, and I do have one interruption to make because I forgot one thing while I was on the slag line. Excuse me. Clayton has got plenty of time to work. While he's in here, he's just going to try to put together a few more smoke bombs. And he's not got anything else besides riding in a bucket, so.
Go ahead and give me an appropriate skill or tool check.
Hey!
Okay, I'm going to say that you're able to make 2 hasty smoke bombs. Not the most stable suckers. They'll probably degrade in a few hours just because, there's things screaming in your ears. The slag buckets are
Redis
kind
is
of
getting
rolling a bit.
workout today.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he's planning to use them almost immediately.
Yeah, so they're not the most stable suckers, but they'll work, and that's really what you're concerned with at the immediate moment, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. You are getting closer. The observers are following you. And are you going to try the same tactic?
He is actually going to try a very similar tactic, but this time he's adding smoke bombs to the recipe.
Okay.
He is going to. Actually, he's going to tap his link pearl before he does anything and say, if you could have Smoothie take out one of these observers, that would be real good. And then he's going to drop a smoke bomb at his feet, and as it starts belching, he's going to throw his grappling hook.
Okay. So, step 1. Smoothie, roll the attack. Clank. It clinks off this time. Okay, so you don't have that particular. So that did not go to. That part has not yet gone to plan. Clayton, you're going to have to try, and this time it is going to be harder because you just dropped smoke on yourself.
As
If
I
this
said,
goes-
before this, but as it starts belching, so he's got one with reasonable difficulty and then one with high difficulty.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Clayton does not plan to purposely make things more difficult. He says, rolling a 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You
As
lose
I
grip on the
said, I
rope.
plan ahead.
You lose grip on the rope and watch your grappling hook drop 170 feet into the lava. It does
Yep.
not explode.
Oh,
There is now smoke belching. You fortunately, I'm going to say, you mentioned grabbing multiple, so you've got spares. You can quickly cook the rope together.
Yep.
But yeah, the pressure is on, and if this one fails, you're gonna have to hope the smoke gives you advantage too for a particularly crazy stealth roll.
yes. Well, as I said, I'm planning ahead. So, yeah, this one's going to be, I'd say, difficulty 15 to 18. So, come on, let's try that again. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that's working.
You at
Nope.
least don't lose the hook this time, but yeah, the smoke is belching out, giving you some semblance of cover. Further, you did have a chance to look ahead. You have basically 3 paths you can attempt. Path 1 being scramble north towards where the party is or possibly was, depending on if they're moving yet. Path 2 is towards the south, or path 3, straight on through and into the foundry.
Actually, I have path 4.
Oh dear. Explain.
Still a stealth check, but let's see now. There does not need to be scrambling involved. What Clayton is going to do is crouch low in the bucket, throw something out of the smoke into the foundry, out of the smoke, and he's just gonna cover his head and just wait. The smoke will
Okay.
dissipate by the time he gets to this bridge where he just plans to drop off.
Okay. Let's. Well, the ducking down. Let's see. Smoothie. Roll it again. Keep trying.
Smoothie, smoothie.
You can do it, Sam.
Distract the observer.
That hits.
Yeah. Well,
Yep, that is one more down.
yay.
All right. Clayton. They that gets multiple defenders bolting north, which unfortunately leads to a slightly different bad news.
Mm.
Oh,
One
dear.
of them spots the party.
Womp womp.
Everyone, please. Let's see.
I'm
We
rolling
are-
initiative.
Yep. And again, we're gonna have to go hard theater of the mind here because. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna shrink the tokens. Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for you to say that we're all on the map somewhere before.
Mm.
Yeah. You may position yourselves really anywhere on this stretch of street that makes sense to you. I'm gonna shrink the defenders if it'll let me.
Clayton is going to announce, if you fall back, you can keep him on a choke point.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Your distraction, unfortunately, seems to have led them directly to the rest of the party, but on the other hand, you still have a numbers advantage and other opportunities to take advantage of potentially this way.
Yes. It
All
wouldn't
right.
be a D&D session if something didn't go horribly wrong because of dice.
Yep.
Okay. Dennis, so it is time to reactivate the turn meter.
Oh.
And
Oh, I have a plan.
There's my initiative.
okay. Make that played in. Okay. Are we? Archivist?
Mm.
Initiative.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the good news is that the complicated spot, they're gonna. The first one is basically right there and in line of fire. The others are going to need a moment to get around. So they're kind of going to arrive in waves, though it's only around separation. Clayton, you are in a bucket.
In a
The
dissipating
remaining,
cloud of smoke, I'd imagine.
more or less, the remaining Clockwork Observer, I'm just going to move this one aside, is mostly distracted by Smoothie, and you see one that is the closest. You have a relatively safe and reasonably clean shot. In spite of the movement of the flag line, you can account for that reasonably well.
Yes, but you know what else I can account for? Physics.
Mm.
I still have a grappling hook.
You do still
How
have
many
that.
have you gone through already?
Only one. I still have, I'd say, logically 2 more.
Okay.
That's a reasonable. Yeah, I'd say 3 is a perfectly sensible amount to keep handy.
No, what Clayton is going to do, he can't do much with a shot. He's nowhere near as good a shot as Ari. But what he can do, hold on, I want to look at one thing first. Looking at Discord real quick. I should have asked a Sticky what they look like.
Oh,
The defenders, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is exactly what I need. Lots of nooks, crannies, and edges.
Oh no.
okay.
Clayton is going to throw his grappling hook at the defender.
Mm.
Okay. Give me. I'm going to call it an acrobatic or as an attack.
Yes. And he's not trying to do damage. He's just trying to hook it. So he's not necessarily trying to beat the AC. He's just trying to make contact.
Yeah, the question is if the contact will stick. Bonk. It kind of lands in the dirt to one side. The defender doesn't even seem to notice it.
What a surprise. Oh, well.
Shabisha!
Yes.
Bonus action to wind the grappling hook back.
Okay.
All
Yep,
right.
that's a reasonable bonus action.
Cool. I'm probably gonna do an Eldritch Blast.
So anyway, you started blasting.
Pretty much. It's always the goal here.
Yep.
All right. How many are we looking at?
Currently,
Never mind.
there's-
I'm just gonna do the closest one I can see.
That's
Currently,
the,
that's
that's
only
the
the
only one in
one.
sight.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Normal roll. Very nice.
Good shot.
Yep. Go ahead and roll the damage twice.
Yep, that's the goal. Oh, good. an actual 10 for once.
And Clayton did warn that he wants you all to get back across the bridge.
Okay, because that would give you a choke point, potential choke point advantage. Yes. Do you choose to follow that cue, Jamisha?
Which cue? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Run back across the bridge.
Oh, run back? No.
Clayton signaled that going back would give you a choke point that would make it harder for the
Oh,
defenders to get
That's
at you.
true. He did.
So,
Yeah, you certainly can't ignore him, but it's advice.
You know what? I'm gonna wait to do that until everybody else is going. I'm gonna back people up.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna do
Zephiel.
because I've got range. So
Does this guy want some insults about how his mother was a pile of scrap? Because that's what's happening.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, a Timu coffee maker.
Mm.
Man, you don't even get wish. You
Hopworth
go
makes
straight to.
adequate coffee. It does not say. It made the save.
Ah, fuck. Well, I'm gonna start heading towards the bridge if I can.
Okay. I'm going to say you can make it to about there.
Okay.
Okay. Ari.
Which one has been? Have any of them been damaged
There's
yet?
only one that you have clear line of sight to, and it is the one that Jamisha has successfully blasted twice. You know what they have? Actually, you know what I can do? Let's turn on their life bars. You've fought enough of these that you can see that you should be able to see their life bars.
Oh damn! I missed
Pristine one versus a crunched one.
Oh well, I know what to do
Oh.
next time.
Oh, I did that wrong. That's fine. Hopefully that'll make those visible. Or not. Why did it not?
I see it. So
Okay. All right. Anyways, you'll move, Ari.
Oh yeah, just start blasting.
Okay. Yep. Open
Sorry,
fire.
it's definitely starting to feel the tired.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a long day. Oh come on.
Yep.
Oh good. Now, if I go to retreat with Zeph, um, would that take up my second hit or second attack?
Nope.
Okay.
You can get your You can take your second shot and still have your full movement.
Woo. Never mind. It doesn't
Unfortunately, that clanks off. Yeah.
hit. Run.
it's still good. Still did good damage.
Hmm.
Yep. The first defender, seeing who's moved where, is dashing towards Ari. And that hits.
No, not my hubby.
Ow, my back.
It clamps on for 9 damage. And you are currently grappled.
Ow.
No.
Did he crit his? Did?
Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah, I was
Ari,
gonna
you
say
get a
Ari
strength
gets a
save.
strength save.
Strength save. Strength save to escape being grappled.
Strength save for Ari.
Oh.
May I assist him with the strength save, or am I done?
No, that
You
has
would
to
have
be
had. You
declared
would have
on your
had.
turn.
You would
Ah,
have
well,
had to have
poopy.
declared the die ahead of time.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't have known.
Okay,
Hey, there you go.
You do escape.
Wee.
Archie.
Let's
Okay,
go.
Smoothie.
Let
Smoothie could
go.
hammer. Okay, Smoothie could hammer at the last clockwork observer on the side while you make your maneuver of choice.
Yeah.
We've been seen, so I don't really think that's much of a. That serves much.
Yeah, but it also, yeah, like we've been seen, but that taking out the last observer also means that it can't see where we end up going.
True.
So, gonna take care of that with one of Smoothie. With one attack.
Good shot.
Okay,
Yeah, hell yeah.
roll the damage.
Poof.
Truly, Smoothie is just tearing through.
Like I said, Smoothie has gained the favored enemy Clockwork.
Apparently.
Yeah. Now, Archivist. One is threatening your. One managed to get a chunk, an electrified chunk out of Ari.
Yep.
Yeah. The next two will be arriving basically after Midnay's turn.
Yeah.
So.
So
What do?
gonna scoot over and hit at that one.
Okay.
Clayton, while watching, is going to yell, "Keep moving!" Ooh,
Okay,
good
that
jump.
hits.
Hell yeah.
Very good
Hell
jump.
yeah.
That has it to stabilize. It will. It trying to move away, basically past Ari, would provoke an attack of opportunity. For the record.
But moving next to Ari would not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping moving, probably good.
Yep. Gonna scooch next to Ari. Right here-ish.
Okay. It's that turn.
Yeah.
Midday.
Midnight punch punch.
Roll the punch.
Punch punch.
No.
Well, they came out here instead of during stealth checks, so
True.
Midnight takes a step to the left and
And
punch
then
punch.
just to the right. Sorry, I had to.
Second punch punch. Oh my gosh.
Oof.
Midnight does not have favorite enemy Clockwork.
No.
No, Midnight keeps thinking about her poor Knuckles now. And those tasty looking lizards.
Little Lockford thanks you for not eating the mascot. And now I just have the Excel Saga closing theme stuck in my head. Oh.
Do not the Menchie.
Okay, do you wish to invoke key, or do you just wish to take it? Just keep moving.
You have limited key, and there's a lot of targets.
Midday.
Midnight cannot really scoot too much unless there's like a little bit of space between Archie. Midnight would like to be toward the front.
I'll say
To
that that's
breathe.
reasonable. It is turning into a chaotic cluster, but that's what happens when I don't have map grids handy.
Yeah.
Also, it's reasonable to assume that these bridges are not one gnome wide, so the defenders are probably going to get choked, but we can probably squeeze by multiple on the bridge.
I'm going to forcibly spread the tokens around. You're not in a dangerous spot. It's just that you can click on yourself properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able to shuffle around relatively cleanly. The next two defenders, one is barreling through a side door of the foundry, and the other along the path as the turn turns to Clayton. Clayton, you are approximately here from the movement. Do you want to try the same tactic?
Actually, Clayton does want to try the same tactic with a slight edge this time.
Okay. And which clockwork are you targeting? The one that's actively engaged in battle, or the one that is rapidly approaching?
He's going to. I can reasonably throw about 60 feet, yes?
I'm going to say that that'll be a lot harder than throwing 30.
Okay, well, he can definitely hit this one. Yeah, let's go for the shot that I'm more likely to make.
Yeah. Okay, roll it. Okay, you have a loose hook on one leg. It stops moving for a moment.
That is all he needs.
Okay.
For the rest of the attack, Clayton is going to loop the rope over the slag line and start reeling in.
Give me a strength check.
I would even argue advantage, but I won't force it because this is physics. And this line is designed to hold thousands of pounds of ore.
Yes, but is the rope designed to? You
No, it
realize.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll its strength and see if. Oh my God! It got a natural one.
Amazing.
Your grappling hook comes loose as it topples off the cliff. And it doesn't actually go that far, but I'm getting it out of the way.
You're getting it out of the way, yeah.
For the sake of keeping the scene mobile.
Yes.
Okay. Jamisha!
Yes.
Your position has become a little awkward from holding off for a few seconds. Out that there's another one potentially between you and the bridge. But it's not that close yet, and you have a moment.
All right. I'm gonna haul ass.
Okay. Do you wish to try and blast the defender that one departs so you have a clear line of movement?
Yep. 100%.
Okay. Go ahead and start rolling.
Do I hit it?
Tink. That is just shy of hitting.
That is right at its AC. Damn it.
One below. Its AC is 17.
All right. I'll try again for the second one.
Yep.
Nope. Definitely not. Well, then I'm just going to try to run past it.
All right. As it is in position, it does attempt a attack of opportunity and get a 3. You are able to shuffle around to the back row pretty relatively cleanly, in spite of it chomping at you.
Yeah.
Zephiel.
Hello. So I'm gonna heal up Ari a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I mean, yeah, I would assume so. Since I am within range to be able to touch my husband, right?
Close enough for Jazz.
All right. Curing some wounds here. I think I'll do a level 2.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I nat 1'd that. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're not 1 to the bonus level, but that's still enough to get Ari to full.
Awesome. You're welcome, hun.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You still have your bonus action, or do you just want to move on?
What can I do for a bonus action? Let me see.
Certain spells might be a bonus, or certain class abilities might be useful for a bonus. If not, then let's just keep going.
Am I able to cast Whelm?
Whelm
think
would
that
be
was
your
the whole-
regular action.
That's a regular. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna just use it to move a little bit more across the bridge here.
Okay. Perfectly reasonable and safe.
About how far can I run for that?
I'd say to about here, where I move your token.
Okay, that's fine. Keep me there.
Okay. Ari, you are in melee with it. What's your plan?
Where did that come up? I don't like being in melee. I am not a melee fighter. I am a ranged fighter.
Even if you take an an attack of opportunity, I don't think it can grapple on its attack of opportunity, so you can get out of range.
Yeah. But with the amount of damage it's taken, you can also try to just,
I'd rather back up.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm stumbling a little bit.
Well, you did get bitten.
I did.
And unfortunately, its bite does go again, and you do need for only 5 damage this time.
God damn it!
But you do need to roll a strength save. This thing is using chomping. It is trying to latch onto you to get the grapple.
Oh God. Okay, I am fucked now. I should not have moved. That was clearly what fucked it up for me.
Okay,
Well,
you are
sorry.
grappled, but you do have your second attack though.
Yeah, you can keep shooting.
I'm sorry, spouse. I am cooked. I also have.
This thing is almost
I
dead.
have one. Do I? Yeah.
Pew pew.
I
Pew
have.
pew, motherfucker.
Just pew pew it from even from this close.
You can attempt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. There is a chance of the.
As long as you don't stick it in its mouth like Clayton did, you should be reasonably safe.
Oh, 19. Sorry. Didn't see that.
Pew pew
Yep, that
seems reasonably
hits.
fine.
God. They
Okay.
scared me.
That does not quite finish it off.
But it ain't happy.
Yeah, which means that its mouth is lighting up in electricity. You take wow, double ones. You take 2 damage from the shock, and the next one dashes towards Archivist
Tingly.
All right.
and misses.
Well, thank
okay?
goodness for that, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Archivist.
All right, going to attack the one that's on Ari.
Yeah, I think that's going to
That's
be everyone's at this point.
Get it off. Get it
Yeah.
off of me.
Oh, buddy.
Let's go.
You're just
Let go.
having a bad time of it, pal.
A little bit. I'm a little bloody.
All right. Oh, I can safely assume that hits.
It's dead.
Dead.
Clayton's just going to shout the advice: don't get tied up. Just keep falling back if you can. He's just going to add, Mitney, I'm trying to go fishing. If I miss with the hook, try to grab one.
Thumbs up.
Hey, Captain. All right. Going to, without leaving, without incurring an attack of opportunity, get between the defender.
Right there.
You're basically trying to stand over Ari.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fine. My arm's just a little numb.
That's not
nice-
mine.
It's that nice tingly feeling.
It's a nice tingly feeling, you know? It's like when you drag your feet across the floor and you shock something. I might be a little woozy.
Yeah, yeah, I would imagine.
Alright. 17 hit?
Ink has gone silent.
So that should hit, yeah.
A
Challenge
17
goes
does
before.
hit, yes. I'm sorry. I was suddenly getting phone calls and having to deny calls and be like, no, don't, not right now.
It's all good.
Okay,
Know how that is.
roll the damage. Yep. Okay, that's the start on that one.
Yep.
As the last two.
Mitney's turn. Mitney's turn.
All right, Midnight's turn. Sorry.
Excuse.
Because that one's dead, can I
Yep.
take a motion to haul Ari back a little bit closer to Gem and then step back over?
I will say that, given that you already have Archivist blocking, I wouldn't think that particularly necessary, but you can attempt to drag Ari if you think if you wish to.
I think Ari should get at least, a couple feet further back, and then Midnight is going to stay back toward. So let's put Ari a little closer to Gem.
Hi, Jim. How's it going?
Okay, I will
Hi.
say that doing that takes one of your 2 attacks. You can then choose to approach and punch and do 1 punch.
One punch.
That'd be nice if it was a one punch. Let's see here. Yes, a singular punch.
Thunk.
That does hit.
As
Oh,
it
which
again
side?
just
Yeah,
rolls
I don't think we need to
aggressively
move.
slowly.
The bridge is not. You two can both stand at the front of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And keep it
Yeah.
reasonably blocked for the moment. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That leaves the last 2 barreling in on the approach. So as far as Clayton knows, as far as you guys know, that's the last of this wave.
Yeah, Clayton's calling out, I don't see any more.
So, how do you start? So, Clayton, you gonna try the same tactic?
Oh, he is absolutely going to try the same tactic. I believe he's here now.
Yeah,
But
give
he
or
is
take.
still not over the bridge, so he can just keep trying and reeling.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Mike, this time you've got a real good grip on it. That strength check, go ahead and give it advantage this time. You do not quite get it toppling off the cliff, but it is scooching sideways, and it is not in control of its motion at the moment. It is not going to be it is functionally immobilized for the moment. And next turn, if you manage to keep grip, it is toppling.
Yeah, that's all Clayton's doing. He is keeping it. He is taking the pressure off the party.
Okay. Let's see. Jamisha,
Yes.
your turn.
Your turn.
Yeah, I know. No one's in melee, right?
No one's.
Midday and Archie are engaged with this one.
That's what I
This
thought.
one is approaching, and this one's going to die next turn unless I roll a 1.
Okay.
Well, unless you lose the strength check.
Well, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hit the one that Mitten and Archie are fighting, so that way they can get the fuck away. So
Appreciated.
I start blasting.
Okay. That hits.
Yay! We'll hit it twice.
Good damage, too.
Hell yeah.
Yep, and that has it weakened. Zephiel,
Yep.
you have control of the choke point at the moment, so
Yeah. I think I can probably cast Whelm at it. I won't take
Okay.
it down, but I'll at least cause some damage. So the one closest to me.
I'm guessing that's the one that they're in melee with, and yes, that does hit.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Oh, damn!
Ooh.
I was angry, okay? You don't hurt my mans.
I'm
Speaking
fine.
of, yo man, your turn.
I'm fine.
Mm,
Please roll. Please roll. God damn it.
One shot. You got another.
Frank,
Script
This-
says I have another shot.
God damn
Oh,
it.
both bounce off of it.
Yeah, I'm a little
heavy
woozy.
I was
armor.
gonna say you got this, Boo, but you do not, in fact, got this, Boo.
I do not have
Uh-huh.
this. I'm probably still halfway on my back.
Okay,
Yeah.
Woozy.
you know what? Played him.
He sat up and went pew and went, huh.
Mm.
Played him.
Back off a bit more, Ari.
yes.
Opposed strength check as it is going to try and chomp the rope to get the grappling hook off.
Oh, okay.
One more tug, you might be able to get it, or it might snap. The rope snaps.
Yeah. Oh.
That does, however, deny it its action, which is good because that leaves one biting, the one that's almost down, biting at Archivist. Ooh, successfully. And this time it's going straight for adding the electric shock.
And we
That is-
just
hold
lost
on.
Cactus. We just lost Cactus.
Yeah, my browser crashed.
Mm.
I was like, why am I not seeing any of these rolls or the turn order change? Oh.
Exist.
So
Oh, it's real
4,
crashy.
5. Between the chomp and the electricity, that is 10 damage to Archivist. Then an attack against Mitney, which misses.
And damage is a little bit bothersome.
That's a bit of a chomp, all right.
I
Oh, and I'm going to say that you can bring Smoothie in to potentially do something as well.
excellent. All right. Which case? Wait a minute. I think I have. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
I love that vote of confidence in your voice.
Oh dear.
All right. I have. Yeah. Let's see. I do have. Yes. I do have the spell slots to do that. Let me check what upcasting this does. Okay, yes. Alright, let's d6 on the damage for. Alright, going to move Smoothie. Yeah, just right about. Here-ish to catch all of the clockworks but, in Arms of Hadar.
Oh my. All right, let's see.
That's a
Gotta
good
remind my-
idea. I didn't do that because I was afraid of hitting everybody the fuck else.
Uh-huh. That is.
Okay.
This is exactly
Give me the
why I
strength
chose
save.
the specific subclass.
Please remind me the DC of the strength save.
Yeah, the DC of the strength save. Double checking that. Yeah,
And also roll the damage.
yeah. Okay, since that's I think based on my spell save, that would be a 14.
Okay. 3 failures. Again, roll the damage.
Yes. Which means 3d6. $66.
You can have 96. Oh, I was just making a joke, but damn, that's a good roll.
Okay. That one, that is 1 down, and 2 fairly well hit from the bursts of energy. Except that, of course, I managed to click on Jamisha. My apologies, that is not the case. No, I'm sorry, Mitney.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Correct. Value is corrected.
All
So,
right.
Mitney, the 2 defenders are in worse, or rather better for you, condition than they were a moment ago.
Mitney would like to angle a breath weapon to not hit Smoothie. And
Smoothie's
release.
smart enough to step clear.
Mm-hmm. Rudy just goes clear directly upward.
Spit
Okay.
some lightning. And that is, I think we put my key save DC over here, and that doesn't look right. I never remember that. I need to write it down somewhere on here.
It is after 10. We probably should stop when we get back around to Ari.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say once this turn
Or-
finishes,
Or
I think we can
Clayton. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Mitney's turn will
good.
resolve them. We will. Um,
3 plus. I think my spell save or my key save is 15. And then
Okay.
it is
all right. And it is what type of save?
back to it now. Dex.
Okay. That is another pair of hits. Roll the damage. And that will be. I've given the situation summary to. Because after this rolls out, we will be concluding here for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a majority of the encounter handled, and and things are getting hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Some like it hot.
And we are not meeting next week.
That is
Yeah.
currently the case. Yes, that is Tech Week for a thing in my area, so I will be occupied.
Yes.
Well, I spit 6 zappy points at them.
Yep. And so I look forward to things continuing 2 weeks hence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
unless she is a super boss, I anticipate that next session will probably be it for this module. Is that the word? Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Mm-hmm.
We will have to see. It remains to be seen. Alright. Yep. I will. So next Monday, no D&D. I will probably put out the usual channels if I wind up doing something myself. Something different. I do know the headliners update happened a while ago, so there's that.
Yes.
I'm down for headliners.
Yeah. And then Wednesday will be Minecraft, and
Minecraft.
Friday should be Hardy Boiled.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about Hardy Boiled.
I'm so excited too.
As am
Mm,
I will go ahead and rate Hero. He is doing web fishing with Nyathos and Icarus. Looks like they finished up the other game they were doing. And I will see you all later.
All right.
I love you all.
Love you too.
Love you too.